Time to turn our attention now to the Academy Sports and Outdoors Game of the Week, and what a doozy this one was. If you looked at it on paper as it was playing out earlier in the week, you saw two teams undefeated. Conway 3-0, Hartsville 3-0. Red Foxes ranked second in Class 3A and rolling as of late. Conway doing the exact same thing. One of the best receivers in the state. Might be one of the best receivers in the country, and Brian Edwards going to South Carolina. You couldn't draw it up better than this one. And with that, let's head to the highlights. Here come the 3-0 Conway Tigers. Jeff Calabrese and his Red Foxes getting off to a fast start. Conway having issues holding on to the rock tonight, and that would be a huge factor in this one. The punt snap, well, Hartsville comes up with it, and they're going to make Conway pay. Jalen Jacobs runs it in from 12 yards out. Red Foxes get the two-point conversion, and it's 8-0. Later in the first, Matt Lynch passing in here, 22 yards to Stephen Joyner. Joyner's in, and it's 15-0 Red Foxes. Conway gets their offense going. Peyton Derrick, 12-yard strike. Jawan Moody, extra point no good. Tigers cut the lead to 15-6. Hartsville, they answer. Matt Lynch calls his own number right up the gut. Give him the hard 6. Red Foxes up 22-6. Conway's offense, they come right back. Back and forth these two teams go. Derrick on a 39-yard strike. Moody, the receiving end of that one. And we got ourselves an interesting ball game. That would cut the lead to 22-12. Conway gets the ball back. Derrick hits Brian Edwards. 34 yards on the reception. Edwards fired up, and so are the Conway Crazies. Then it's Derrick to Moody, 25 yards. This one, a 1-2 connection. Touchdown there. All of a sudden, Conway's down 22-19. Hartsville got the final score of the first half. Shy, yeah, McPhail, 2 yards in, 29-19. Hartsville at the break. The Crazies with the Spirit Award. Loving it. Like the paint, fellas. That's what I'm talking about. There's your school spirit. Second half we go. Conway after another Conway turnover. Jalen Jacobs bowling in like a pinball. 8 yards. Now it's 36-19 Hartsville. Conway coming back. Quick strike. Derrick to Edwards on the crossing routes. And the South Carolina commit is gone. 76 yards. Tick-tock. Put him on the clock. That's the way we do it. Tigers trail 36-26. But from there, it was all Red Foxes as they get yet another touchdown here. 3 yards out. Hartsville comes to the backyard. They win this one 57-26. Red Foxes improved to 4-0. Tigers fall for the first time this season as they drop to 3-1. McPhail, your reigning all-zoner, 20 carries, $150, 3 touchdowns. Not too shabby on his return to the field after being out the last couple weeks due to injury. Next week, Hartsville at Lee Central. Conway, as we mentioned, goes up to Marlboro County. But we're talking Red Foxes. And with that, we head into the newsroom where we find our own Mark Haggard live with the Red Foxes and head coach Jeff Calabrese. His 4-0 Red Foxes are playing pretty well, and they got a big win tonight. Congratulations, Coach. Mark, take it away.
Yeah, you know, Brandon, the cool kids call him the Ville, and the Ville is in the house. Guys, how about it, huh? 4-0. And the Ville cheerleaders now have a cheer for us. Lady Red Foxes, go ahead.
Foxes in the end zone, hey, H-H-S. Foxes in the end zone, hey, H-H-S. Foxes in the end zone, hey, H-H-S.
The Hartsville Red Foxes in the end zone studio. They've already enjoyed their victory meal.
Yes, sir.
Going 4-0. Jeff Calabrese joins us. Jeff, let's talk about tonight's game against Conway. This is a very good 4A team, and wow, I don't think a lot of people figured that it would be a final score of that margin.
Well, our kids came out really focused, knew how good Conway is, and then, you know, Coach Jordan and his staff do an amazing job with that football team. But, you know, our kids really came ready to play and played 4 quarters of hard-fought football.
What is it about that wing tee offense that's so difficult for people to defense?
Well, a lot of people don't see it, and you know, it's something that we're very proud of. That's who we are, and that's what we do. But I think that the most difficult thing is a lot of people don't see it, and it's hard to simulate the speed in which we do it.
A convincing win over Conway tonight, but let's talk about who wasn't out on the field. Brian Rivers, a WPDE All-Zoner, J.C. Clare. These are two of your big backs, and that's a big part of your offense is getting that little wing tee to going, and those are two sitting behind me. Those two guys are big cogs, but boy, you just keep wheeling them out, running back after running back.
Well, I think a lot of people don't talk about our offensive line. You know, those guys are doing an amazing job opening the holes up and giving all these running backs an opportunity. So I think a lot of the credit has to go to the offensive line before we start talking about it.
Well, who are some of those young men? Let's name them.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. We got Logan Carpenter, and we have Seth Spell, Widener Wilfong. Nick Best plays for us. Ethan Gainey plays some offensive line, our tight ends. Ryan Morris, and then we have Big Pug behind me, Davion McCoy. And, you know, it's you know, just, again, Coach Sanders, Keith Sanders coaches him up, been coaching in Hartsville 35 years, and he does a great job with him.
You know, the quarterback, Matt Lynch, he is nothing short of a magician. He just fools cameramen, fans, the people up in the booth trying to call the game. Oh, wait, there he goes. I mean, the misdirection is just phenomenal.
Well, he does a great job. I mean, you know, he executes what we ask him to execute. I mean, we wouldn't ask for another quarterback in the state. You know, he just does what we need him to do, and we're very excited that he's on our side.
And you've got great defense, too. Datavius Wilson's over here, a Wofford commit. Right over here. Datavius. Hey, say hi at home. All right. And who does the HTC game ball go to this week? And I have an idea. I know you're like me. You like the unsung heroes, the guys who don't get their name called on Friday night. Who does it go to?
Well, we're going to give it to Logan Carpenter, and I think, you know, we don't have two-way players. We don't have guys that do it, but Logan's the first one we've had in 11 years. Played some center tonight, played middle linebacker as a team captain for us as a junior. Really does everything we ask him to do. He's extremely unselfish, but, boy, is he a football player. So there it is.
We'll flip that thing over to him. Logan, you're a junior, and I can't tell you how, I don't think we have enough time in the show to say how many positions you play on this team. You're a center, a linebacker, a long snapper, and you play on special teams. Let's talk about these roles and how you can keep things compartmentalized in your mind on game night.
Well, I try to focus on the team most of all. You know, I just try and do it for them. You know, everything I do is for these boys standing around me, but yeah, all my effort goes out to them, and just try and focus in on what needs to be done on Friday night.
And as a center, no bad snaps tonight that I saw.
Yeah, I guess doing it all last year, you know, it's sort of just a natural thing now, so yeah, I got it done.
How about that O-line? It seems like every week you guys open up the holes. You've got talented running backs now, but it seems like you just open up enough holes and you get 500-600 rushing yards a week, and you just steamroll people.
Well, yeah, I mean, the job's really easy whenever you got running backs like that, you know. I mean, we just go out there and we just block and do what we need to do, and then they find the way to get it in the end zone. So.
Hartsville is our Sonic Team of the Week, but, Coach, I think we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about what's coming up next. I hear you've got to go little trip down the road to Bishopville. And let's talk about next week's opponent.
Well, we have Lee Central, and it's pretty exciting for all our kids because Justin Danner, who has been with us over the last 5 years, is getting that program started. So our kids are looking forward to it and getting on the field and reminding him maybe of what he left behind a little bit. So we're excited about it. Coach Danner's doing a great job over there. And then we have a week off, and then the Bulldogs will be on the schedule. So we got to heal up and get ready to go for conference slate. And, you know, Marlboro's usually one of the best football teams in the state, much less our conference. So we got to be ready to go.
The Hartsville Red Foxes are in the end zone. They're our Sonic Team of the Week. And you know what they say? They got to eat. Not only Sonic burgers. Come on, guys. You got to eat tonight on the field. All right, let's hear it, guys.
Yeah!
All right, congratulations, Hartsville. Well-deserved victory tonight over a very good football team. Look forward to seeing you guys as the season progresses.